Hey guys, there's something a little different for you. Today I'm going to make a potato recipe that we found online. Well, Nicole found online. We did already do this once before. I never made a video of it because we were just seeing how they were going to come out. They come out really, really good. So today I'm going to do a video of, and it's a German potato. And it's two steps to it. It's not just one. It's not just like boil them or fry them or do whatever. There's a couple of different steps to them, but they come out really, really good. So let's get started on getting the potatoes ready. Alright, so first thing you want to do is you want to get some good potatoes. Try to get ones that are all the same size. I don't have ones that are all the same size, but it just makes it a little bit easier for cutting them and getting them ready. And you can keep the peels too, which I might actually do this time, because last time we never, but I might keep the peels and make some potato skins out of them. Because it's not a traditional way to peel the potato, and you're cutting off a lot more than you probably normally would if you were peeling a potato. Now that we've got these peeled and chopped, you're going to want to throw these in some water and let them soak for about 5 minutes to take some of the starches out of them. I'm going to do the same thing with the potato skins. Before I cook the potato skins, it's going to be a separate thing altogether. But what I do with these is I'm going to deep fry them before you put them in the oven to bake. That'll just give it better quality potato skins. So let's get these in a bowl of water. We want to let them soak for about 5 minutes, and I'm going to do the same thing with the potato skins and get them in water too, and then I'll just set them aside. Alrighty, so I got these in soaking. Put a bit of oil in the pan, and you're going to want a decent amount. There's no really set measurements. And we'll get this on and let it heat up. I'm going to leave it on low so it doesn't get too hot and burn. And then I'll show you what we got to do next. Alright, so what you want to do is, I got to dry these off, which I didn't do. So I got to take them out, dry them off, and then put them in the oil. So let me get them out and dry them off first, and then I'll show you. But don't forget to dry them. Alrighty, so now these are all dry. So what you want to do is you want to take them, get them all in the oil. You want to get them to brown up on this side, like really brown up, not just a little bit. You want them really golden brown, and let them fry. Now while these are cooking, you can see they're starting to brown up, but you want them to be more brown than that. You want them to be really dark golden brown. While these are cooking, I've got chicken stock. You're going to want at least a cup of chicken stock for these, and I'll tell you about that why when we get it done. You only want to put about half a cup in when you start. Throughout the cooking process, you're going to want to add more. Once these get dark golden brown, you're going to drain this oil off and put butter in. Yep, butter. Butter makes everything better.
That is incorrect.
Fine, bacon makes everything better.
That is also incorrect.
There's the chicken stock. And I'm going to want to stir that up, but I'll just leave it to sit there for a little bit. Check these out. It's looking better. Another little bit darker. Now, the best way to measure this, people call them fondant potatoes. Ow! Fondant potatoes. Yeah, ow. You don't call them ow. Because they're cooked in chicken stock. But the best way to determine when to put the butter in is when you flip them. That's when you put the butter in. That's the way I done them last time. It came out really well. It's the way I'm going to do them again. And if you're cooking bacon or anything like that, you can save the bacon grease and using this. It just makes it that much better. Because another thing that you want to do too is you don't want to add, because there's no salt in this oil, you're going to want to add a decent amount of salt to it.
Not a cup.
That wasn't a cup, it was like a teaspoon. Peanut gallery is here, did you notice? Okay, now to drain these, what I'm going to do is throw in some paper towel and let's suck up all the grease. That's up.
You think my cooking
Roll
is
it
bad?
in.
You're cooking in paper towel.
I'm not cooking with paper towel. You're going to want a good amount of butter in there. And then flip them over. See how nice and golden brown they are. Brown up like that on the other side with the butter. The thing is once your butter starts turning brown, that's about when they're done. And that's when you can take them and you need to transfer them into a dish for the oven. And I cook them on 400. So you can preheat the oven to 400. And then we'll transfer these over to a dish and get them put in, and we'll show you what they look like then. Alrighty, so what I got done is I took some parchment paper and got it in my baking dish. The butter is browned up, so you want to take these and lay them in. Add that butter in there too, because that's going to add some flavor to them. Now, you can add some salt and pepper to them, but a lot of times I like to add that afterwards, just because then you can season it to your taste. And, well, Nicole can't have a whole lot of salt anyway, and she doesn't like it, so... Then with your chicken stock, add about a half cup, quarter cup, half cup. Add about a third. That's what I did. Now what I'm going to do is I'm turning mine down because I'm going to let them cook out for longer today because we're not having them right away. So I'm going to put them on 250. I'm going to cover them with tin foil. And I'm going to sit these in the oven and let them bake out slowly for today. So normal cooking time, I would say check them every 20 minutes. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to poke them with a knife or something to see if they're soft. If they're soft all the way through, they're done. And usually it's about 40 minutes, I would say. And they should be ready. But where I'm cooking them on low, and I am leaving them all day, they're going to take considerably longer. But that's fine. I will show you the potato skins when I get them done up, and I'll show you some of the processes of those. Not doing it just yet, but I am going to be doing it very shortly. So yeah. Well, I just got half a kiss. Half a kiss. Not a kiss, but half a kiss. That's all I'm worth, apparently. Hey, language. Family friendly. So, with our potato, what we have is a casserole. It's called loaded broccoli. And there's bacon and cheese and onion in here. No onion? No, just bacon and cheese and broccoli. And this will get baked in the oven to go with our potatoes, which is going to be great. What I am doing now is I am getting ready to make the potato skins. I have oil on the stove. It's not the preferred way of doing oil when you're deep frying, Mark. Don't walk away from it. Don't leave it unattended because things can get out of hand pretty quick. And look, some people have learned, Mark, that it can burn your kitchen down. Mark. Mark Kratz MC, guys. Check out his channel. He's a great guy. You're gonna love him. And he has a good sense of humor too. Otherwise I wouldn't do that. But anyway, back at it. I've got some orange cheese already grated. I'm going to grate some mozzarella. I have an onion. I have bacon. I don't have green onion, so I'm just going to mince some regular onion. I have my potato skins, my oil on heating. So the bacon is real bacon. Not Canadian bacon. Relax, guys. So let's get to it, shall we? Gonna grate some cheese, chop some onion, all that fun stuff. So here we go. Now, one thing I like to do with the cheese is I'll put the grater in a bag, and I'll grate my cheese right into the bag. That comes out nice and neat and already pre-packed type thing. And you guys are going to get to see it here now firsthand. This is actually one of the better ideas that have come out of my head in a very long time. Oh, let's not throw it in the water. I think I missed that. The cheese got away from me. I almost went in the can of water with the potato. But this is good for doing up your cheese and having it done and ready. So you don't need to worry about grating it later on or anything like that. Don't mind the noise between Doris and Nicole. There's never no peace there.
Is this family friendly still?
Yes. It's not your channel, it's mine. Let's do it with 18 minutes. Alright, so we're about ready to do the potato skins. What I got done, I dumped them out, dry them with a paper towel. I've got my oil here, see this? This is not on max. Not on max, it's only on like 6, 7, that's hot enough. You go on max, there's a chance it could go and burn your house down. Kept my bowl, I got some wings on, we're going to do some wings later with them. Pre-cooking the wings in water, and whoa, spin it around. I got all my stuff chopped up like I showed you there a little while ago. Time to start deep frying these skins. You do want to be careful putting them in because they could still be a bit wet and jump out. So let's get on that, and I'll show you how I'm going to do this so it's a little bit safer if I don't melt the legs of my tripod. Turn that down. No, that's okay. Running off a little more, and I'm going to want a piece of paper towel in the bowl to get the grease. So now the best way to do this, let's put them on. These are not going to take real long because they're not real big.
I suggest you fry outside.
That's what Mark does.
Outside? Because that's really fast.
And I'll get all these in. There's not that many there. They're pretty flat too, so it doesn't take up as much room. But like, you don't need the little bits. Pick out the little bits. They're not going to make for good skins anyway. You want these to be really golden browned before you take them off. And while you're waiting on these to cook, you can get your pan ready. So you're just going to line the pan with parchment paper. You don't have to do this, it just makes it a bit easier for doing cleanups and stuff. Especially when it comes to potato skins. And that's ready. So now it's just to wait on the skins to fry and then drain them. Are you going to say hi to the people? Say hi. Say hi to everybody in my video. People loves you. What do you mean no? You don't want to be videotaped? Huh? Alrighty, now these are a nice golden brown. You don't want them to cook too much because they are going to be baked in the oven. But you do want to start getting them up and drain off. And if you wanted to, you could eat them just like this. But I'm going to use them to make potato skins out of. Just to get as much of the oil off now as you possibly can. Because you don't want them to be greasy. One of the best things about this too is this is a byproduct. So what I mean by byproduct is this is stuff that would usually be tossed out in the garbage. Old peels. But it just shows that, you know, you can save this and make something out of it. Now you're not going to want to leave them in here too long because they'll get soft and soggy in the bottom. So as it gets dried off, you're going to want to dump them right away onto your parchment paper and get them spread out. Skin side down. So you can put all your fixings on the potato side. They are hot, so be careful. And keep them as close together as you can. Because in doing this you can just spread your stuff, you don't have to worry too much about trying to get each individual one. Now I'm going to start with a layer of mozzarella. You don't have to go too overboard on it. I'm going to go with my bacon. Doris is giving commentary in the background. And of course I got a little too much, but that's okay. Better to have too much than not enough. Hey Doris. Not going to answer me now. And my onion. Now normally you'd use green onion for this, but I don't have any green onion at the moment. My green onion this year never grew the way it did last year. So I'm using the white onion, which is fine. And to top it off, I'm going to use some orange cheddar. These are going to be very cheesy, but very tasty. And that's that. So you're going to want to bake them in the oven for probably, I don't know, 25 minutes on 375 to 400. And then take them out, let them cool for about 5 minutes, and they are good to go. Now with that, I also have wings. So I'm just going to lay So I'm going to leave these and let them cool for another little while. Make sure they're perfectly cold before I cover them up. And then I'll cover them. And then I'll put them in the oven later on when I want them this evening. So I don't need to tell you guys, these are going to be tasty. No doubt about it. Let's lay these over here. And I have wings. Let's lay this aside. I don't have another cutting board, do I? That's okay. No cutting board, no problem. Oh, paper plate.
You want me to get you one?
Nope. I'll use this square bean.
I can wash one there now.
That's all right. Again, you're going to want to line this with parchment paper. There was a spice down behind the stove. I hate how the rubs and the spices goes when they're next to the stove. We got some chef's jalapeno rub to go on these wings. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them. Now that that's done, you're going to want to sprinkle some rubs on there. Give them a good shake around. You want them to be coated like with a little bit all the way around. Throw them in there. Spread them out. You don't want them to be all on a pile because they won't cook out evenly. Spread them out. Give these about the same amount of time as you would with the, or maybe a little longer, maybe 25 minutes on 400. And then 10 minutes in, throw in your potato skins with them, and then it's all done together. So that's that. Once the potato and that is cooked, I will be showing you the potatoes and that when they're all cooked. Right now I'm just going to cover this stuff up and lay it all aside because I have wings and skins for supper. I have my potato and broccoli for dinner. It's all done. And there's very little wastage of anything from today. No, don't get up there. Do you hear me? Yeah, thank you. See, she listens. Yeah. Okay, I appreciate you guys for hanging in so far, and I will show you this stuff later on. Can't wait to be eating it. Here's what they look like when they're done. Clip them once. They've been in for like an hour and a half. They're soft all the way through. That's how you can tell that they're done. So I will show it to you now when we get it all plated up. And here's how the broccoli casserole looks once it's done. So here I am. I'm going to go and enjoy this, guys. I do appreciate all of you guys for tuning in for this little video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like the potatoes. Try it out for yourself. Works out really, really good. It is so delicious. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day. And Doris says goodbye too.
Bye.
And here it is all plated up, guys. We cooked a piece of salmon to go with it. We got our broccoli casserole and our potatoes. So,